The war ended, the world changed, and on streets still littered with ration signs and army surplus, the Broadway arrived. Classique released the Broadway in 1946, not for speed, not for show, but because America needed wheels. It was built for the working man, big body, simple lines, bulletproof engine. But racers, they saw something else. They saw potential. While factories retooled and performance brands were years away from catching up, drivers turned to what they had, and what they had was the Broadway. It didn't look like a racer, but that's what made it dangerous. In quiet corners of the country, mechanics began gutting them, ripping out rear seats, replacing exhausts, adding steel wheels and custom-cut glass. There were no teams, no timing equipment, just neighborhoods betting on which local could hold their line through a gravel corner without flipping it. The Broadway wasn't a track car, it was a test of patience. Heavy in the corners, sluggish off the line, and floaty at speed. But the drivers who mastered it didn't just get faster, they got better. It punished mistakes and rewarded control. And when you crossed the line ahead, it meant something. Through the late 40s and early 50s, Broadway builds were everywhere. Not because they were the best, but because they were the most real. Raw steel, welded panels, and tuning done by ear in a freezing garage. Every car told a different story. Even when the big V8s showed up and flashier rides took over the spotlight, the Broadway never left. It found a home in lower-tier touring classes, family-run race teams, and figure-8 tracks where finesse meant more than horsepower. And in a field of showboats and polished kits, the Broadway stood out by doing what it always did, showing up, holding together, and punching above its weight. Some drivers kept them for decades, swapped engines, patched frames, passed them down like heirlooms. They weren't trying to win headlines, they were trying to win races. And more often than not, they did. Today, the Broadway lives on as a symbol of where racing really began. Not in wind tunnels or boardrooms, but in garages, back lots, and dusty roads. It's slow by today's standards, outdated by every measure, but it taught generations of drivers how to feel the road, not just chase the finish. The Classique Broadway, not built to race, but born to prove that racing was never about the car, it was about the driver.